So good to be back. It feels like it's been forever, although I think it's been a week. My AC is out, so if I start sweating up a storm, that's why. Fun times in summer in Florida with no AC. Woo! But hey, getting by. Hopefully an AC tech will come soon. I was trying to figure out what to talk about because I could talk about a bazillion things. I just always have stuff in my head. And for some reason, I kept going back to what it's like being single in the 21st century or modern day dating, looking for love. Excuse me. Looking for love in this wild west that we're in of love and romance and dating. It's just a bizarre time to be single. So if you are single, stay tuned. Listen to this. Maybe you'll feel less alone. If you're not single, still stay tuned. Maybe it'll make you feel better about being in your relationship. Maybe you'll be like, you know what? I should work on my relationship because it beats the alternative. Barring any serious circumstance, of course, like abuse or things like that. But so this really is for anybody that's intrigued by the modern world and love and all that jazz. So, fun fact, and I need to grab it because I forgot to grab it. I self-published a book. I've actually self-published quite a few books, and if you go to my website and click on the writing tab, you'll see it. But you can find me under Amazon under Rebecca Pebble. And I wrote a book called Old Soul Dating: Creating a Spiritual Romance Revolution for Empaths, Modern Prophets, and Highly Sensitive Souls. Boop, boop. Little shameless plug here, but it has to go along with what I'm talking about today. So I was like, I figured I'd highlight this. So this is kind of my manifesto for the dating world that I would like to see currently, at least for people like me, old souls. And I define what I consider an old soul in the book. There's a lot to it, multifaceted. But essentially, it's people that feel out of place in modern culture, that don't like the hookup culture and the dating apps. It doesn't feel right, it doesn't fit them. People that are very empathetic, sensitive. Artists usually are a lot of times old souls or consider themselves old souls, but you don't have to be an artist to be an old soul. And just those of us that are in tune with a different time and space. Maybe you connect with older music, older entertainment more than the modern stuff today that feels very microwave, like flashy and fast. This is more of like a crock pot trying to just like find your way. And trust me, I have not gotten dating perfect. That's why I wrote this, and that's why I still have to remind myself, okay, Rebecca, because I fall in love fast and I try to go real fast, and then I'm reminded like, okay, I gotta just like slow down. And that's not to say you can't have a fast romance that's like an old soul dating, but I mean, like, how am I trying to say this? More like a microwave, like, let's just skip to the good stuff. I mean, if you know you're meant to be and you get married in a quick time, sometimes that works for people and that's amazing and like, that's awesome. But this is more just how do we bring romance back into modern day? And I'm going to put this down because I don't want this to be all about, it's not all about my book. It really isn't, I promise. It's just to say, I want to create a romance revolution. I feel like romance, and I can't wait to hear from you guys because I'm sure you all have interesting stories and input. I just want to facilitate the conversation. I don't want to hog the spotlight and be, you know, the face and the voice of like this romance revolution. Although, hey, if I have to pick that as my cross, I have to pick up and bear, I will. But I think there's a lot of us maybe hiding in the shadows, maybe not saying a whole lot, that don't want to do dating the way that it's done currently. It just doesn't feel good to our spirits, our souls. And so that's where I come in. I'm saying, okay, what is going on? Why does this not feel right or feel good? Why does the swiping culture, it just feels so icky? So it's interesting. I'm a little older than I look. So I've been dating for a while and I've had several relationships. I've actually been married in the past and got divorced. And so I've seen it in different times, like going from, although, gosh, I didn't start dating till early 2000s. So it's, I mean, not that long, but still. I've just sort of seen, as I'm sure a lot of you have, with the advent of dating apps and with technology really speeding up, And here comes AI, right? It's just really changed things. And I don't know if it's for the better. In some ways, sure, yes. Some people have connected to the love of their life on the internet, dating apps, and it's a beautiful thing. You have access to the globe of people instead of just whoever's in your neighborhood. So there are some good things. I'm not bashing the internet. I'm just saying it's really sped up things, changed things, and almost in some ways dehumanized the dating process. It feels it feels like I don't know, like people are trying to just like pick and figure out what's the best option until they get the better option and a better option and a better option. And who knows, maybe I'm guilty of this too on some level. It's like you're looking for the best fit for you, which is what you should have. You should settle, obviously. But I think with everyone having a sea of options, like this endless buffet of humans, it's confusing and it's wild and it's weird. And that's why it feels like we're in the Wild West of dating. And I just feel like romance is sort of just gone. I mean, it exists. I know it exists. I've been fortunate to experience a lot of romance, but I think a lot of times I'm like, when's the last time somebody like picked me up and had a bouquet of flowers? Like I drive and I meet someone somewhere and it's like I'm meeting with a friend half the time. And there's no special feeling to it. There's no magic. And I don't know. And I'm not saying this is like a self-pity or anything. This is just like thoughts in my head coming out, wanting to express, wanting to see how other people feel. It feels like the modern culture, dating culture, doesn't allow you to feel special to someone. Maybe it's the way you meet someone, perhaps. Like if you meet as friends and it grows from there, maybe. But I think when you're trying to find someone just like searching, swiping, it's like, why am I special? Like there's millions of other women you could, that offer different things. I feel like a video game character where they have like the stats and some things are high on the stat and some things are low, and it's like you pick and choose what you want in a partner, what stats, and then what you bring to the table yourself. So there's so much. I'm looking down at my book, like there's just so much I could say about this, but I think I'm lamenting. It almost feels like the decrease in romance, or that feeling. I don't know, or maybe this is just me projecting since I've been going through it lately. Excuse me, my goodness, especially these past few years. I don't know. And so I guess I just want to see, how do you guys feel? Like, what is it like for you dating in this modern world, in the 21st century, where there is technology and there's social media and there's dating apps? And yeah, social media is a whole nother thing too. It's like you're connected to so many people. I just don't think it's natural. And as much as it's nice to be connected to people from your past or people you've never met, I mean, it's great in some ways. I also think humans, I don't think we were meant to have like that many connections. I think that's why fame really messes with people's heads, because it's really unnatural. So that's me. That might make me sound like a prude. If so, fine, call me a prude, but I don't think I am. I think I have what I call a progressive mind with a old-fashioned heart. And I think a lot of that comes from so much heartbreak and pain in the past. And I've learned so many lessons. I'm like, ooh, that Bible verse about guarding your heart is so poignant and paramount. So I want to like preach it from the mountaintops, because I haven't guarded my heart in the past. I've just been like, hey, take it. Hey, you want to take it? Hey, do you want a piece of it? Do you want the whole thing? Hey, take it. And at the end of the day, I'm left empty, like a shell of a human, because it's, what did I leave for myself? What did I give to God? What did I've been giving it away to humans that are just as flawed as me and are going to inevitably hurt it, break it, do things with it, they're human. I've broken hearts too, so I'm not blaming or shaming anybody. It's just the dating game, finding love. But I guess I say all this to say I wish finding love was simpler, easier. I wish there was a way to do it that felt organic, and I'm still trying to do that. I'm not on any dating apps. I haven't been in a long time. It just didn't feel right for me. Who knows if I'll go back, but I saw a thing and they were giving statistics how people meet people, and it was like the lowest percentage was church, and then from there it went to like work, and online, and then the biggest percentage that people meet each other is through friends. I'm like, my friends know I'm single, y'all want to hook me up? Which to me makes the most sense. I think that's a good way to meet people, because then you have a filter. They know them, they know you, they want to make sure you're both happy and you're a good fit. So I don't know. If anyone knows of ways that are different outside of the box, like to meet someone, let me know, because I think it's a challenge for people these days. A lot of people work from home. How are you supposed to meet people there, right? You don't really want to meet someone at a bar, although you could. Some people have had success doing that. Don't really want to meet someone at church. I've tried dating church folk and they're wounded real bad. So, I mean, it's like a hospital. It's a spiritual hospital, so God bless it, but no. And then the dating apps just don't feel right to me for some reason. At least right now. Who knows, I might change my mind. But yeah, so it's weird. It's like, how do you meet someone? And I don't know, the older I get, the more it's like more added to the list instead of less. You think the older you get, you're like, I'll just take whatever. But instead it's like, oh my gosh, I know myself more. I know what I need more. I know what I want more. It's like, I gotta add another thing to the list. So it's really, really interesting. Dating, love, romance fascinates me to no end. Psychology, all of it, human interaction, sociology. So I'll probably talk more about all this stuff at some point too. Maybe I'll do like a part 2, because I could just talk about this endlessly, but I just wanted to put that out there. I love you guys. I appreciate you listening. You're amazing. I hope if you haven't found love, I hope you find it soon. True love, And if you're with someone, appreciate them. Do something sweet for them today, I think in the past I took being in a relationship for granted in some ways. Not always, but sometimes. And I'm like, there were some really good times, and I wish I had just really savored those a little bit more, and maybe been kinder to them and myself. So it doesn't hurt to work on things. Life's hard. Relationships are hard. So I think it's good to give yourself and others grace. So onward we go. But yeah, that's my little manifesto on dating. Thanks for listening. By the way, I do life coaching if you're interested. I'm a great empathetic ear. That's mostly what I do. And then I coach you and I cheer you on for any future dreams. I'm not a therapist. I'm not going to dig into your past. I'm going to figure out what do you want out of life, and let's figure out how to get you there. Like I said, I am also an author. I have books on Amazon, not just old soul dating. I have children's books, a poetry book. I have a fiction book, romantic comedy, about girls meeting in an improv class. So just a lot of goodies, and my website, of course, RebeccaPebble.com. You can always find some good stuff there. So thank you guys so much. I wish you well. I send you so much love, and I wish for you love in all its forms, not just romantic, because we know there's so many ways to get love and to give love. So love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.